Hey guys, how's it going? Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to see when I upload new videos. Oh, you can catch me live on Twitch most evenings. Links in the description below. Alright then, enjoy the video. Hunter rank 339, 25 hunts with every single weapon, except for the ones that I did a lot of before I decided to do this. I have learned every single weapon in the game. At least I think I have. So, we're going to do a quick tier list. There it is, see? 25 of everything. So, let's go and do a quick tier list, shall we? We'll just start off from the beginning. And this is, like, weapons that I enjoy versus how good I am at using them, alright? Greatsword. I freaking love Greatsword, alright? Their whole Rage Slash thing is a lot of fun. It really is. I don't know whose idea it was to add Rage Slash, but they did a fantastic thing adding it. Hammer. I'm really, really bad at Hammer. I did not enjoy playing Hammer at all. So, and Hammer was one of the first ones I did, and it kind of like... It almost dissuaded me from doing this, because I didn't enjoy playing as Hammer. Actually moved on to meh. Dual blades, they're okay. They're fun. I feel like I'm not good at them, you know? Like, they're cool to flick around and do stuff with, but they just don't seem as good as some of the other weapons, right? Insect Glaive, it was the last one I did. I really enjoyed Insect Glaive. It does not feel as good as it did in World. I enjoyed Insect Glaive more in Monster Hunter World than I did in Rise. And I mained Insect Glaive in Iceborne, so... Yeah. I'll put it in B. Light Bowgun. I don't like Light Bowgun. It has a lot of damage potential, but I don't enjoy playing it. I don't know. It's just not fun for me. Switch Axe is really cool. I love Switch Axe. I love having to manage switching between the sword and the axe. I find that to be a lot of fun, personally. Hunting Horn's amazing. I haven't used it in a hot minute. Not since... what, probably before version 2.0 came out. But Hunting Horn's just fun. You have a big bat, you have a big horn, and it makes noise, and you dance with it, and it's a good time. Lance was a lot more fun than I thought it would be. Yeah, Lance was a lot more fun than I thought it would be. I ended up getting pretty good at doing the perfect guard. Here, I can just do this, can't I? See if I can pull it out real quick. For reference, guys, I ended up making basically a meta build for every single weapon in the game just because I could. Here it is. Yeah, so Lance, I ended up really enjoying because I figured out you could do power guard and counter thrusts. I really enjoyed doing that. I found that to be a lot of fun. Heavy bowgun, I liked more than light bowgun. I actually really enjoyed heavy bowgun. The parry with heavy bowgun can do some really fun things, including waking up monsters. I love setting down the small bombs and parrying off of small bombs to wake monsters up. That ended up being one of my favorite things to mess around with while using it. Bow, I'm a bow main. I really enjoy bow. It is really, really strong. But I have found that I enjoy other weapons more. I've always been a bow main. I started Monster Hunter with World. It was my first one. And I mained bow then. And I mean, I can't say I dislike the weapon because I just used it for so... I mean, good God, I have 300... I have almost 300 hunts with it in this game. I can't say I don't like it. Gun Lance. Gun Lance was okay. Gun Lance took me a hot minute to figure out how to use properly, and I'm still not going to say I'm good at it. I'm worse at it than Lance. I'm better at it than Dual Blades, right? And it definitely has good damage output if you use it right. Charge Blade. Charge Blade feels weird. I don't know. I enjoy the spinning axe. The spinning axe is really, really cool. But for some... there's a lot of wind up to its attacks, and it's something that I couldn't get used to very easily. You know? Like, I had a really hard time positioning and timing my attacks properly. Sword and Shield... I'll put Sword and Shield in B as well. It's Sword and Shield. It's good. It's just good. That's all I'm gonna say about it. It's just a good weapon. I'm okay at using it. It's a good weapon to use. Really good at stunning monsters if you use it right. The Metsu Shoryugu, the whatever the freaking jumping punch attack is super cool though. I love that thing. I could not use it to save my life, but it was so cool. Longsword. Longsword goes up an S. Longsword is just overpowered. Alright, Longsword is way too cool. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if it's the weebiest of weapons available. You can do some really freaking cool stuff with Longsword. See if I can get it right first try. Bum, bum, bum. I didn't get it right first time. There's just a lot of cool stuff you can do with Greatsword. It's way too much fun. You can parry off of bombs you set up, and it's a really good wake-up attack. That is my weapon tier list. I honestly really enjoyed learning almost all the weapons, probably with the exception of Hammer. I think Hammer is the only one that I really didn't like in the end, you know? I am actually going to switch Dual Blades down to 1 star, because I'm kind of meh about it. Alright, guys. Let's look at monsters now, because there's a lot of monsters in this game. Here, Monster Hunter Rise itself is up in S tier. Nice. There's a lot of monsters in this game. Well, we'll just go through them one by one, right? I'm kind of in between on, like, the armor and the, like, the fights. So, I'll just talk about them as I go. Acnosom's cool. It has really weird movements, but I think it's a fun monster. It's really unique. Because there's no other monsters that are like it in the game, you know? Almudron's fight, if you do it well, is really cool. I don't enjoy the fight for Almudron. I found that I do not enjoy its fight. I don't, like, no matter what weapon I use, I could not find a playstyle fighting it that I enjoyed. It's a cool fight, and I love the things it does. I don't enjoy it. Agenath, returning from all the other Monster Hunter games it's been inside of. I love Agenath. I'm really good at Agenath. Its armor is freaking, the Agenath coil is used in every armor set ever, and it's insane. We'll come back to the Apex's last. Arzuros is just cute and cuddly and fun. I'm going to put it right there with Acnosom. Yeah, I like Acnosom more. He's just fun. I don't use his armor for literally anything. It's kind of okay. I just like his fight. It's pretty cool. Barrieth took me a long time to get used to. I still have trouble with his fights. Nowhere near as much as Almudron, but he's always been really fun to fight. He's still fun to fight in this game. They added some really cool things with him, like with the Icy Tornado. That thing's a lot of fun. Barrieth kind of sucks. I'm going to throw Barrieth down there. I hate Barrieth. As does this guy. Visarios. I don't like these two because you always bounce your weapons off them no matter what. I hate them being so rocky. It's the worst. I hate it so much. Bagelguise returning. I'm gonna put him up here in like A tier. He's okay. I'm really good at hunting him with Greatsword. His armor's pretty cool. I love the explosions and everything, but he's just kind of there. Bishadin's pretty unique. I think I like him more than Arzuros. But he's definitely up here in, like, this is unique. I like their fights, you know? Chameleos. This is the first game that I've actually fought Chameleos in, because I've only played World in this game. His fight's not hard. His poison is kind of annoying, but overall his fight is not hard. Put him like right here. Diablos, I'll put here as well. Actually, I'll bump Cumulus up there because I like his design. He's pretty cool. Gosrog is amazing. All right. Let me do this instead. Gosrog is just on point. I love Gosrog. He's so cool. I love his icy claws and swords and the club and everything he does. It's just so cool. Oh my gosh. Rogi, Uzichi, and whatever the other one is. Freaking, they're just punching bags, along with Tetrinodon. They're all punching bags. I don't care. They're not hard to fight. They're just bleh. Kezu's freaking weird, and he terrifies me, and he can go right there. I'm actually gonna move Almudron down here with these guys, because I don't like Almudron at all. Yeah, he can go here. There we go. Jutaro's just another returning monster. He's kind of okay, I guess. I'm just going here with them. Kuliyaku can go in these guys. He kind of, he kind of sucks. Kushala's fight is actually really cool now. I was really bad at fighting Kushala in World, but they changed him up and made him fun. In all honesty, him and Teostra, I'm gonna put all three of these Elder Dragons up here in S tier. I like all the Elder Dragon fights. They are a lot of fun. Okay, the bunny rabbit. You can go in there with Kezu. He's weird. How he dashes is kind of annoying. He's not a hard fight. He's just annoying, Like, that's all it is. Oops, didn't mean to do that. That's all he is annoying. So. Magnamalo is insanity. I'm going to put him up here in S tier. I love Magnamalo. His design's cool. He shoots out weird purple flames. The Hellfire is an interesting thing to have to deal with while fighting him. Mizutsune. I love Mizu, actually. I really started enjoying fighting Mizu with basically any weapon. I got pretty good at it. So I actually started really enjoying it. Oops, didn't mean to do that. My fun guild card. Let's see. Nargacuga. I actually have trouble against Nargacuga. Not a lot, but he's so much faster than a lot of other monsters. I'll put him up here with Barriath. So, his armor is really cool. I love Nargacuga's armor. Puke can just go down here with all these others. Puke is just whatever. His poison's a little bit annoying. He's not a hard fight at all. He's not a fun fight. He's just kind of there. Rajang, they made a lot easier in this one. He's a lot easier in Rise and World, which it's fair because he wasn't added in Rise until Iceborne, which was the Master Rank expansion. So it's fair that he's easier, but his fight's still actually pretty fun in this one. Especially once you kind of understand his movements and his attacks. Alright, Rachna Kadaki is amazing. I love Rachna Kadaki. It's such a cool monster. I love fighting it. I love breaking all of its limbs every single time. It's just way too good. Alright, Rathlos and Rathian, returning monsters. I'm gonna put them both in the same tier, basically, no matter what. I'll just put them both here. They're not hard. The poison and the fire can be a little bit annoying. Neither of them are hard fights. Neither of them are really changed at all from World. So they're not super unique, Like, there's nothing about them that stands out from the past ones. Okay, Somnicanth, I actually really like. I love Somnicanth. It's a really cool monster. I love its design. I love its mechanics. It's not very strong, and it's a pretty easy hunt. But I love fighting it every time. Royal Ludroth. Yeah, I don't really care about Royal Ludroth. He's not a hard hunt. He doesn't really have any cool mechanics. It's just kind of punch him until he dies, right? I hate Tigrex. I actually Tigrex is my hardest fight. I don't dislike him as much as Bareth and Bisarios, but he is my hardest monster to fight, personally. And I don't know if it's like, I just don't understand his hitbox, I don't understand his attacks. I have a really hard time fighting him, no matter what weapon I'm using. I think Lance might be my best weapon fighting him, just because I can super guard against him, right? Tubikadachi literally has not changed from World, as far as I could tell. He didn't do anything cool or new. His armor's kind of meh. I don't think anybody uses it for anything. He's not really a unique fight either. Because he's somewhat similar to Nargacuga, but not as cool, right? Volvidon, I wish I hunted more Volvidon. Volvidon's really interesting. It's annoying how it can stun lock you to hell. And I'm really sad that there are no high rank quests where you just hunt one of them. Like, that's all I wanted quests where I just hunted one of them by itself. But the only high rank quest for it, if I remember correctly, see if I can find it. Yeah, there's one to hunt 2 Volvidon, and that's it. Like, if you want to hunt Volvidon, you gotta hunt 2 at a time, right? So, he's a cool monster, and he has some cool mechanics. I'm actually gonna put him here in, like, high A tier. There we go. I just wish there were more hunts where I could hunt just him. Zinogre's really cool. I actually really enjoy Zinogre. I got really, really good at fighting Zinogre with the bow for a while. We'll put him, like, right here. I had, like, what, a 3-minute, 40-second time with bow on Zinogre. I ended up really enjoying his fights. And I think all that leaves is Apexes and Elder Dragons, right? Yeah. Alright, so Apex monsters are kind of tough. Some of them aren't too bad. Like Apex Arzuros, once you get used to his attacks, he's not that much different from Arzuros. He's basically the same. Apex Diablos is actually quite a bit harder than Diablos, I'd say. He doesn't have too many, like, unique attacks, though, right? No, he doesn't do anything too different than normal Diablos. Alright, Apex Mizu, I actually think is a lot cooler than normal Mizutsune. I really like Apex Mizu. It's a fun fight for me. I love how it turns his big bubbles into giant balls of hellfire. That's actually just really freaking cool. I love it. Come on now. Apex Rathlos and Rathian. Apex Rathlos is kind of meh. He's just Rathlos, but bigger fireballs. Apex Rathian gets really annoying. His Toxin's really, really powerful. I really, really wish that there was armor for Apex monsters. I wish there were separate armor sets. That's all I would have ever wanted, you know? Apex and Nogre is one of my hardest fights. Probably not as bad. It's not as annoying as Tigrex, but he does so much damage so quickly. And I actually had a lot of trouble against him for a long time. And I still do when I hunt him now. Like, I don't even need to. I think Valstrax might be my favorite monster ever. I love his fight. I love his mechanics. I love how fast he moves. He's just so cool. I didn't play any of the games that he's been in before this one, so I don't know what he used to be like, but he's just such a cool freaking monster. Narwa and Ibushi, I'm both going to put into S, and then Allmother Ibushi, I'm going to put into S+. I think they're a really cool final boss monster. Narwa and Ibushi are both fun fights. Ibushi, I wish was not in a rampage. I wish you could fight Ibushi outside of a rampage. But then they added Allmother where you could fight it outside of a rampage, which was amazing, and I love it. The Allmother fight is just freaking sweet, alright? I don't care what anybody says. Once you actually get to the Allmother portion, and it starts pulling the dragon piercers out of the ground, the dragonators out of the ground, and oh my god, it's so cool. I love it. I love it so much. Alright, guys. There we go. That is my tier lists on the monsters and weapons of Monster Hunter Rise. Look at that. Rise itself is an S tier. Alright, guys. I freaking love this game. We've done... I basically only been playing this game since it came out. 278 hours of pure shenanigans. And it's been an absolutely fantastic time.